Okay, let me share my screen. So in the last class, my screen is stuck a little bit. Hmm. I think in the last class we have studied till how much the path, a little bit of the reading and writing of files. Okay, so let's start from there. Okay, will not cover much. Slowly, slowly we'll cover all. Okay. Okay, so we started with Node. I explained what is Node.js and what are the different CLI commands, globals, what is modules, common JS and ES6 syntax, how to use the modules, what are the different built-in modules, operating system, OS, path, file system, yeah, and HTTP. So I think till OS, path, and FS, so a little bit I've said. HTTP will cover a little bit. We'll see today. We'll cover a little bit, and then OS I explained the path also. Any doubt till path, OS, anything? Nothing, right? All simple thing. Go through that documentation, no documentation. Okay, all the different commands are there in related to these modules. Just go through it. Just need to remember. Okay. Um, some I explained, some are there in the documentation. Just go through it. Okay. Read or write also a little bit of explain, but let me explain you again because that is most important. Okay. This thing I'll just comment and then we'll do everything from scratch. So basically, there are two types of way in which we can read or write anything. Um, because we don't have access to the file system in UI, but uh, in the node environment, in the backend environment, we have access to the file system of the server. Okay. So in that case, we can read or write files. So suppose practical examples can be like suppose you want to read a Excel sheet or you write to Excel sheet. Okay, or you want to read from a CSV file or any file in that case, and we have to write to it also. So those can be done through Node or through any backend language like .NET or Java or anything. Okay, so we need to know how in JavaScript we can read or write, because normal in JavaScript when you are working in UI, you don't have access to that file system. But in Node.js, so we have access to the file system. So we have to understand how to read file and how to write file. There are two ways in how you can read or write file in Node environment. One is synchronously and one is asynchronous. Synchronous means line by line we have to read the file, and asynchronous means it can take its own time of reading a file or writing to a file. Okay, but how we are doing it synchronously, asynchronously, for example, study. Okay, so for that we have to, first of all, we have to get some files. So one is read file sync and one is write file sync. Okay, equals to, so we have to get it from the FS module. Okay, these two classes or object or whatever it is. Right, now using this we can read file or write file. Right, so if I want to read, so I'm opening this content folder where a lot of files are there. I want to read some file. I'll just use read file sync because it's synchronously reading file. What I'll give the the URL, that is content, and from that whatever first test I want to read, and then you have to write the mode in which you want to read it, encoding mode, that is UTF-8. Okay, yeah, this much if you do, what will happen is after reading you have to store in some variable, right? So I'll just write here first. Okay, and if I do a log of first, you will see that you will get the result, right? So just write a node app.js. So what happened here? Right field has already been declared. Somewhere above I might have declared it. Okay, above I have done, right? Okay, above I have done, why I'll do it here. Okay, so let me remove this and this will work. So let's see. Hello, this is first text file. So I'm reading the content of this file, first text at this particular address. Okay. Now, if this is a absolute address, you can give a relative address also using dir name and everything. That path you can form using path.join the directory name and everything, right? That you can do it. But this is just a absolute path because I know that I've created this folder over here. Okay. Now, similarly, how to write a file. So for writing to a file, we have to what you have to do is that you have to mention the path where you have to write the file dot slash content slash maybe something write sync dot text. Is this file name there or not there? Okay. This is the file name I created, and here I have to write what I want to write. I want to write some text, right? Uh, this is written in chronology. Okay. When I save over here, one file will be created. When I run this node app.js again, so it will create one write sync.text. Again, txt should be text txt. So there will be write sync text. So here the text, this is written synchronously. Understood how to write and read file synchronously. Synchronously means first this line is executed because JavaScript by default executes synchronously. So first this file will be executed. So this line number, then this line number, then this line number. Now imagine you are writing a huge amount of number of lines, so much data is there, or maybe you are reading it, right? How to do it? Synchronously, if you do it, will stop. Nothing will work more. So in JavaScript environment, how we were doing? First of all, we knew that through callback we can do this. That is one thing. Through promises we can do it, and through async event we can do it. Okay, there are three ways of doing it. Now, for that, for reading anything asynchronously, we are having a read file, only normal read file. Normal read file means asynchronously only. Okay, and I am reading the same file content, then first text, and then I will give the code encoding UTF-8. If I don't give the encoding, it will give me some binary result. So I'm telling that, okay, read the file. So basically, when you read a file, it will read in the, so the content that is written in the file is English, right? But in computer language, we read everything in an encoded format. So it will be, we have to mention the encoding as after reading. For displaying, you have to convert that. So while reading in the binary format, but while it has to convert to the English language. So you have to write here UTF-8 so that it will convert it, and then it will show. If you don't use it, will give an encoded version of the file. Okay. Now, so since I'm reading it asynchronously, so this will happen by default asynchronous reading. But I'm telling that, okay, after reading, you display the result. So if you want to display the result here, so earlier I was doing like this, but there is read file sync. I have to store the value in a first because I'm reading it, then I'm storing the value. Here it doesn't happen immediately. It after executing from line number 90, it will move to line number 92, even if it is not executed, because it's a async code. So that's the reason there is no point in giving assigning it to a variable. Okay. So here I'm telling that after so if your reading is completed, then show me the result. So in that case, I have to pass a callback. So that, which is a normal function, I'm passing into the read file, and I'm saying that, okay, after reading has happened, just show me the result. So I'll tell that if there is an error in the reading process, then just log the error and then return that one, because it is an error, so no need to proceed further. And if there is no error, then just log the result. Log the result means synchronously. This was read async. Okay, and I'll just write here result. Okay, so what I will do is that I just open this. Okay, let me save and let me run. This was read async. Hello, this is first one. Understood? How I read synchronously and how I read asynchronously. Clear it? Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, Sanat. So, Sanat, if the, uh, I mean, API response is coming, so its response would be read like this way, from the file of UTF-8. We need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm removing this.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see what is like. In the buffer, it is coming. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna save. Okay.
Okay.
Similarly, if you want to read another file, just below this, you have to read it, write the same content, maybe the different address. But if you're saying that, okay, only when the first file is read, then only I want to read it. The next file, then you have to write it inside this, right? The same thing. Right? I'm saying that read the second file after the first file is read. In that case, I have to do it again. Now, if there is a third file, I'm telling that after the third file is read, then after the second file, third. So this will create what? Callback hell, right? One callback inside, another callback inside, another callback. Right? To prevent that, we can use promises and do it. Okay. How to do it? I'll tell later, but this is an example of reading the, so same thing I can just do it over here. Okay. And when I save over here, this is read first file, this is second file, right? So one after the other, it is getting read. Okay. How would I have done through promises is I could have created a new promise. So basically, what I would have done is read promise one. Means a new promise. Okay. So which has a request and response. So inside this part I would have done. Okay. So I missed one bracket and one. Okay. And we would not have needed this guy. This we don't need it, right? We don't need this part. This must part we don't need it. And then maybe I would have needed it because this is asynchronously we're doing now. Okay. Or maybe I would have not needed it. I'm just giving an example. How I would have done, or maybe I'll just use sync only here, or maybe yeah, sync only I would have done, but this I could have managed asynchronously. So I would have said that So if this resolve response is there, then resolve, right? Resolve as true or whatever. Resolve as a response, because I just need to pass the response, right? Else reject. Reject is error, whatever. Hmm? And if I would have written as, okay, let me comment this guy and let's see whether it's working. Okay. Let's see if this guy is working or not, which means that we have to do a wind from this one dot, then and here I have to log the response. Okay. Uh, and here this response will be something like this. This is read to me from this. Okay. Let's see. This is working. Clear? Some error. So this error originated. I kept throwing instead of messing without a catch plus. Or by detecting a problems which was not hunting with a catch. Okay. It is saying that you need have to have a catch also. Let's add a catch also. Catch. So if it is rejecting, then because we are rejecting now, so we need to have a catch. Okay, got it. Understood.
Yes or no?
So I'm doing in using a promise because I don't need to use now the read file. Synchronously I can do it, but I am handling through a promise. Okay, similarly for the, so suppose I need this particular yeah, this result, because I am saying that okay, if I just have the first item data, then I need to combine the first file reads content. I have to concatenate it. In that case, how it will work? Here, what I'm trying to say is uh, maybe so. This is first file content, okay, um, and this is second file content, okay. So I'll just say that the first file content, okay. First file, okay. First file, yes, and this is I just tell you. Um, this normal arrays represent this F. So I'm just trying to concatenate both the okay, both the file result. Okay. So in that case, here, okay, let me comment this right here. Hmm? So what I'm doing is I'm reading the first file. I'm storing the result in the first file trace. I'm reading the second file, and I'm getting both the result and doing together. That's the reason I have to have the second read also inside, na? Because I need the first file result as well as the second file result immediately, and then when I get both, then only I am doing this log. Okay. So if I just save over here, we should read async. Hello, this is first file. Hello, comma. Hello, this is second file. Okay. Like this, I am doing it. Now in promise, how will do it? In promise, how will do it? Correct, right? So in promise, I have a first promise which handles the this is the first promise which handles the first file read. Yeah, Surjit, tell me.
Yes, I think in promise dot then dot then like that.
That
Multi.
we are doing it.
Mm.
That we are doing it. I'm not denying that. Then what will be the difference between a callback and promise in that case? So if I just write one more file read in the then it is same like a callback only, na?
Promise all.
That promise all will work, but you can't use this then. You have to use the promise dot all promise dot all, and in that you have to pass the read promise one and maybe add read promise two for the second file. And to this we have to write here then, and here we have to pass the callback. So we don't need this guy. Yeah, hi Seva. We don't need this guy.
Hi, Sanath.
Right. Um, what happened here? So where this guy came? From where? Something I've done. Mhm. Okay, okay. We missed this one. Okay, okay. Naturally, it went below. Hmm. So we have to, for reading the second file, we have to create one more promise like this only. Okay, which are independent of each other. And here I have to write here second. So second text. So this is the first one. This is the second one. Both are independent, right? And both
Yes.
are linked by all. And now I will say that result. But how will know what is the result of each file? How will you know the result of each file? I also don't remember what I was it. Let's check what is there in this. Hmm. And, the cat's block is, we are not using it because it is rejecting, but we have not. Yeah, but this is a yes, it is saying that for every promise we have to have both a then and a catch. Hmm. Okay, I'll see a better example here. Maybe I'll just see how promises. So, Surjit, do you have any idea how to catch both data of both? I'm not remembering it. Do you remember?
All is Like no, all is like it's not working. And one more exactly I don't remember the code. One more promise is there that it checks if anyone is rejecting or not, like that.
That is there, but I'm trying to get the result of each promise. So this is one promise, this is another promise. I have to get the result of this promise, I have to get the result of this promise. Then only I can concatenate it. Nah?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Without then I am also not able to remember.
I
Like
am also not able to recall it.
yes.
Okay, so what we'll do is, okay, I think inside these, okay, let's log and check the.
Or I think async await will work like it
Mm.
gives individually responses.
That we can do, that I'm not
Mhm.
doing it. Just trying to solve this example. Okay, we'll see this example later. Okay, I have to also refer to my notes and then we'll see. This is correct, but I just want to concatenate the result of both. So here I will get the result of second file read, and here I'll get the result of the first file read. And I have to, after getting only, I have to concatenate both. In that case, I have to know now which from where what result is coming. So let's comment this for now. But yeah, this is one more method of handling doing it asynchronously. Another method is obviously doing it using async await. And for async await, let this be in the promise format. I can just create a, because while doing awaiting, you will be returning a promise only. So in that case, I'll just create a normal function. And that function I'll mention it as a async function. And then I will wait for these two promise to get resolved. And then, okay, without saying, I can just write the code now. So read files. Okay, maybe this is my files. So this is my method, and I have to write here async because I will be handling async code here. So I could write here const here. Okay, and I have to call this method over here, read files. And I'll tell that, okay, so result equals to read file, read promise 1. Okay, and I have to write here await, and I just need to call this guy. So I'll get the result here, and one more will be this 2, and this result is 2, this result is 1. And let's see if we are getting the, but obviously you have to write this inside a try catch because there will be error also, na? I'll just write here try catch, and I'll move both this. Okay, save this guy. And I have to just do a log and check this is where to sync await. Okay, I'll just write here dollar response 1, comma, dollar response 2. Okay, and then Siva, are you understanding little?
Yes, Sanath.
So how much you have read till now, Siva?
I'm doing HTML and CSS, Sanath.
Okay, HTML CSS you are doing, but any project you have done till now?
No. I'm covering the basics first.
The basics you are a little bit clear, right?
Yes, I clear that.
Okay, so in the next class, in Saturday, you attend it, we will do some HTML CSS project only. Okay,
Okay.
so that will give you a lot of confidence.
Okay.
And only learning is not, it will not help you. Oh, you have to do project live in front of me. You have to do it, or I will do it, and you have to observe how I am doing it. Then see the recording and do it. So you can do one thing in YouTube. Go to YouTube and do any person's CSS or HTML project. Try to do it.
Okay.
In a simple project, you do it. If you can't understand, just ask me. In the next
Okay.
class, we'll do 2-3 simple HTML CSS project, so that you
Okay.
can also know. You can ask live to me if something you couldn't understand. Right?
Okay.
That only through that only we will move ahead. Else we'll be stuck.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So let's see if this is working. Same problem. So it is saying that unhandled promise rejection. So we are rejecting this now. So when you are sending, okay, there is no error here. So basically, what to do? Uh, hmm, like this, huh? Error, or maybe I can just write here a simple couldn't read. Simple string will also help. Same thing. Because this error is not there now, for that reason also it is. Let's save this. Again, this one, unhandled. So it is expecting that every time we read a promise, we have to use a then catch block to either request or respond or reject it. So other technique is the other technique is instead of reading the promise, so this is the synchronous way of reading the file, right? You can do directly this only instead of reading a promise, because this will internally take one promise and then be the second. Okay. This is okay. Now I think this should work. This is what I'm doing. Okay, I'll see why this problem is happening. But this is how we can write the same thing using async await or promises or callback. So callback it worked nicely. But with async await, I think this is correct only. Why it is not? Why it is not working? I'm not able to. Maybe because it is reserved. Okay, I think it is returning a promise, so it is not able to resolve this promise. Maybe that is one more factor.
Pending.
No, no. So if you hover over response one, it is saying that it is returning string, but actually this whole await is returning one promise. So we have
Okay.
to resolve it. Maybe for that reason it is not coming properly. Anyway, I'll just see some notes. I'll check my notes and then we'll resolve it. Okay. Anyway, so next topic. So this one you understood, right? Okay. Write file. Also, I wrote right. Write file. Have I done? Write file. Okay. Write file. I have not done it. So let's do the write file. So the write file, how it works is the read file both synchronously, asynchronously. We understood. So this is asynchronously. We are writing the file. So writing the file, you can do something like this. After both of them is there, I have to use something like right file, and at this position I want to write dot slash. Okay. So here maybe write async text dot txt. Okay, and after writing, if you want to see the result, I don't think we need to see the result, right? We need to see the result. But maybe let's see. I don't think we need the result. Let's just do a log and check. Okay. So let's say over here. So we are expecting that it will read the first and second file and then write it. I think that comment. So it is not. So this is not the correct syntax for this. I think. So what is happening? Okay, I'm reading inside the. I'm writing inside the while reading. So maybe for that is one more problem. That is one more problem. Let's see. Hmm. 140. If I read synchronously, if I write asynchronously, then this problem might not appear. Okay, so I am writing it, but I'm not mentioning what I have to write, right? So that content I'm not providing it, maybe for that reason. This is written async. So I have to pass this data now, then only it will write something. So these I will get both of these I can mention here. That was the issue. Non-super. Okay. But this I have written how I've written synchronously. For asynchronously, the same technique, but then after that you can just see the result in this manner. Okay. 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 So uh, write async text is there. Okay. Write async. Yeah. This works synchronously, but asynchronously. Let's see whether it's working or not. Just write here result. So I think undefined is coming. Okay, it doesn't understand. Okay, anyway, whether it has a written or not. Okay, let's create one more file name, maybe async text one. So that will see whether it is writing it asynchronously or not. Right, okay, writing. So both synchronously, asynchronously, it is writing. Okay, understood, right? Surjit and Shiva.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, it took a lot of time. Okay, so writing and reading is done. Okay. Okay, next is the HTTP module. The HTTP module is used to basically create a server. Okay. And see, you just need to require it HTTP and then you just need to create a server and the server will listen to a particular port. Simple. Okay. I'll just let me comment. I'll just add the HTTP over here. Const HTTP equals to require HTTP. So basically we are getting the importing the HTTP module, which is a default module in Node. And then I am trying to create a server through it. Okay. So I just const server equals to HTTP dot create server. And this is expecting one callback. Okay. And this callback will have a request and response. And then I have to listen to this. The server will be listening at a particular port. So you can give the port address directly, or just you can just write the port over here. Okay. Now I'll just check if request is slash, then it is I'm sending some response dot and send file. So many things happen. Okay, but send file and everything is there in Express, not in so response dot end. This is home page or home address, whatever like this you can write. Okay. So when I say over here and then clear and then node app.js. So if I have to, maybe I'll just open any not work, it's not. No, it's not running. Okay, this is correct only. Why not? Still not starting. Okay. Have we made any mistake? No, right? Everything is correct only. Okay, so the power of the HTTP module is limited. Okay, basically, other than response.end, I think there is response. You can just go to response dot if you write. It is very limited. Okay, minimum is there, emit is there, get header, get has header on off, all these things are there. The it is minimum number of methods are there or properties are there over here. Okay, so that's the reason we are using Express. Okay, because in using Express you can either send file or send a different kind of data, right? Both string data and a lot of different kind of data also can send it, but through Express. In HTTP we can't. Basically we can do everything, but it will take a lot of code to do it directly. It is not doable. Okay, that's the reason we are using Express. I don't know why it is not working. It should be listening at 5,000 and I have started it already. Okay. Anyway, so this is how the HTTP module works. And then is what NPM is there. Okay. Let me tell a little bit about NPM. NPM is nothing but Node Package Manager. We are just going brief about Node. And we are not writing too much code. maybe from next class when we'll be studying the Express now. Not only Express, before that I have to explain you event loop. Okay, and the streams are also there, that I also have to explain. After that, when we go to Express, we'll write a lot of code. Okay, you see a lot of methods are there in HTTP as well as in Express. Okay, there we'll be creating the APIs and everything. But here I'm just giving you information. Okay, so NPM is nothing but a node package manager. It's basically a library where, like in Java, there is Maven, right? So where a lot of libraries are there. So similarly, you can whatever application you are creating, you can convert that to a package it to a library, package it nicely using NPM commands, and then you can deploy it to the NPM library where other people can use. So any Angular, React, or whatever you are using, it is available as a package. Okay. Basically, when we install Node, we install npm also. You can check it npm-s version. Here also, if you just let me wait. If I just write here npm-s version, you will see the npm version that is installed in my system. Okay, there will be a locally and globally also. If you install it, you will have different versions, right? And there is something called local dependency. Okay, this is while installing npm install the package name. Maybe you want to install React or Angular or any other package, npm package. It would be like this. So this is a local dependency, but when I do -g, it will be installed globally. Local dependency means it will be useful only in this file where I want to use it. But if I write -, it will be installed global. Like Angular CLI, when you are writing in Angular, it has to be installed globally. Then only it will work. Else it will not work. Okay. For Mac, you have to write the sudo, and for for Windows, you have to simply write npm install -. Okay. Then package.json is the kind of a manifest file, means that is where all your whatever you have installed it, all the information related to that major minor versions and everything will be there. So any package.json, I'll just open and show you. So this file can be created when you have just write npm init. If this file get created, okay, this will have information about about this particular project only. Okay, so and you can do it through using npm init. Npm init, when you write now, it will create a package.json file. Just click on enter, 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 which will and give you the default result, and then it will create a package. And after creating, you can just do a install npm install and then the package name so that it can install it. So if you do dash save that dev, it will be installing. It will be getting installed in the dev as a dev dependency. So there is something, I'll just open you. There is something called dependencies and something called dev dependencies. Dev dependencies means it will not go to the production. It is needed only for writing the code. If you're writing dependency, it will go to the production. Okay. I just installed NodeMon, so it is there in dev dependency, right? Okay, then there is NodeMon. NodeMon means what? It is just a simple package that you have to install, which will keep your your server running. Basically, if you change something, na, every time I have changed, I have to write node app just like this, right? So when you install NodeMon and once you start, na, then it will keep on running the server. So in that case, what happens is that if you do any change in any code, it will update the server with that change. Okay. Okay, yeah. So this was how much I had prepared for this class. In the next class, what we'll do is that we will study event loop as well as the streams. Okay, so there are five or six concepts related to Node, which we have covered everything. Only the event loop is there and the streams are there. Okay, and then we'll start working on Express, and then Express APIs will write, and then there are a lot of other stuff also later. Okay. Okay. Any doubt? No.
Sanit, one doubt.
Hmm. I can't hear you.
So, non-blocking IOs means what?
That is what I explained. Na? Non-blocking is that read file asynchronously or write file asynchronously.
Okay.
IO means input output, how you are reading or writing.
Writing. Okay.
So that is only IO, file systems. That is what. But in the using promises and async event, it did not work properly. I'll just check my notes, why it is not working, and then maybe explain again. But yeah, that is how either you can do it through callbacks or promises or async event. 3 ways are
Okay.
there. Okay. So after that, this JWT is there, file upload is send email. So this much if you learn, your Node.js will be completed. But you have to create a lot of APIs using whatever we are learning. Right now, though, we have not started doing API, creating API. Only after we learn Express from here, this task manager is a very big, I have already explained this in our classes, but we'll do it again, no problem. Controllers and all these things we'll create, and we'll create these APIs. Okay.
Okay.
That will give a lot of confidence, and then we can create a lot of APIs
Okay.
later. This is just a very simple API, and then we can create a lot of complex APIs also. E-commerce API is a very long project, very big project. This is. We'll do all
Okay.
of this. Okay. Siva, you just do one or two, thing CSS using HTML CSS some project. They come live to the next class. I want to do some CSS plain CSS and then little CSS animation or maybe some layout kind of projects. We have not done maybe so many classes as past. So I'll do that, Siva.
Okay, Sanath.
So next, but just remind.
And Sanath, in your project, in your this one video recording, project is not there, right?
It is there. In this video recording project, in the CSS, it is there. Everything project is there. And every
Okay.
course project is there towards the end you see.
Okay.
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 That is one thing. Second is you can open my YouTube channel also. So there also
Okay.
a lot of CSS projects I have done. And I will do the live now. In the live only
Okay.
we will do 3-4 projects. So you'll understand that also nicely. And I'll upload to YouTube. That also.
Okay.
Okay. But just remind me, okay?
Mm.
Don't on Saturday, just on Friday, just remind me. CSS project, just write in the group so that I'll remember.
Okay.
Okay. Chalo. Bye bye. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.